Hey guys, Jack Edser here. Thought it was time to connect with you again and let you know what was going on in my world. Some of you might know that I tried to run the Gold Coast Marathon last weekend and ended up with a knee injury. So finished it but had to walk a fair bit of the way, and as a consequence have ended up with a pretty sore knee. So I thought that it might be cool to just go through the process of how I'm going to fix it, how I'm going to rehabilitate and get back to running. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing to start with and just give you an idea of what I've already done. And then if you'd like to follow my journey, if you'd like to follow the process, you can tune into my YouTube channel. So as you can see, I'm at the beach, and what I'm going to do is just start with some barefoot walking, because that will help the process of stimulating the proprioceptors through my feet and getting me that strength and agility back. The main problem that I have is that the ITB has been strained and it's really inflamed, and it's not allowing the knee joint to glide properly. So as some of you would have experienced this before, I need to get the ITB, the glutes, released, and to start making the joint work and function normally again. So it's actually just about normalizing function. What I've done over the last week is to work on settling the inflammation, because there's a massive amount of inflammation on the attachment of the ITB and also in the joint. The interesting thing that I experienced was the knee settled a lot when I was rehydrated. So I suffered from a fair bit of dehydration, and once I rehydrated, the knee settled immediately. The other things I've done is use Tramiel cream. I've used Soothe bath salts that have a lot of anti-inflammatory herbs in them and oils, and also I have used the Edser, which has sped up the healing. So what I'm doing here on the beach is some barefoot walking, and what I'm going to do when I get down to that end is to do some sensory motor reprogramming exercises. So stay tuned and I'll let you know how the progress goes, and hopefully I'll be back running soon. Any of you that have had treatment with me and gone through a process of rehabilitating from an injury have likely done some sort of sensory motor reprogramming training, and you know that there's a lot of proprioceptors, exteroreceptors, joint receptors, things in your feet that tell you the rest of your body what you're doing and give you feedback onto or information, so that the more information your body has, the easier it is to know what to do. So your strength and your agility becomes much easier. So barefoot walking can stimulate the sole of the foot, and if you can't get out on the beach or walk barefoot, you can just rub the sole of your foot with your hands with different textures, or pat it, or anything to basically wake it up. And then the standing part of it is to reprogram through the body. So I'm going to do that just now, and what I'm going to do is just stand onto one leg, and then I focus on my abdominal breathing, and I pull my shoulder blades down so I get that punctum fixum, and I imagine a string pulling me up through my head, so that elongates my spine. And there's only 3 points of contact through my feet, so at the bottom of the ball of my foot, below the little toe, and then through the heel. Breathing through my belly. Once I have my posture, then I go over onto one leg and try and maintain that posture. I'm doing both sides, and I'm trying to aim for quality. Now you probably couldn't see then, but when I went on to my left side, which is my injured knee, my leg was a little bit shaky. So as I go through and as I retrain my body and I reprogram it, that will become really stable. And then what I can do is, rather than just standing on one leg, I can move the other leg around and continue to destabilize my system, and then my body has to reprogram to be able to be strong when my body is destabilized. And then that's going to give me the ability to transfer that over into my running. You know, I'm absolutely fascinated by bodies, and the interesting thing that's happened, I'm walking again after doing those exercises and my body has totally changed. I can feel that my hamstrings on the injured side are more activated. I can feel the glutes are less tight, and I can feel the knee joint actually gliding better. So that's pretty cool for only 30 seconds of the sensory motor reprogramming exercises. So I invite you to join me on this journey, and I'll bring you updates every couple of days and let you see how my rehab goes. Hopefully you can learn something, hopefully you can just be entertained if nothing else. And yeah, you can see it's pretty cold out here, so I'm off to get a coffee. So we'll see you soon.